McCartney remarked that he was shocked by Lennon's past anxiety over his legacy. Paul McCartney claims that the late John Lennon had contemplated dying for many years before to his untimely death in 1980. McCartney reflected on the life of his close friend and musical collaborator John Lennon in the latest episode of his iHeart Radio podcast, McCartney, A Life in Lyrics, airing Wednesday. In it, he revealed that Lennon, who was 40 when he was killed outside his New York City apartment, was concerned about his legacy after his death. "I remember him saying to me, 'Paul, I worry about how people are going to remember me when I die.' And it kind of shocked me," McCartney, 81, remembered on the podcast. "Okay, hold on," I told him. "Just hold it there. You've done enough to prove your greatness, so people will recognize it." "I was like his priest," the bassist elaborated. "My kid, you're fantastic. Don't worry about it. He always took my reassurances. It would definitely improve his mood." The episode is titled Here Today, after a solo track McCartney released in 1982 in memory of Lennon. And in it, McCartney reflects on the productive partnership he shared with his late buddy. If anybody asks, "What was it like to work with John?" I'll tell them this: "Having two brains instead of one made everything much simpler," McCartney remarked. And that interaction was nothing short of miraculous. Now that I no longer have him, I realize how much I miss him. In addition, we frequently ask ourselves, what would John say to this? Is there too much mush here? I'll substitute because he would have said it. But I need my music to be an accurate reflection of who I am, and you don't provide much of a counterpoint. These days, I have to handle it on my own. Upon hearing of Lennon's passing, he wrote a love song to John, which he referred to as the title track from his 1982 single. "I was remembering stuff about our relationship and things about the million things we'd done together." McCartney remarked that people learn a lot about one another just by hanging out in their living rooms, bedrooms, on the street, or hitchhiking. "Writing the song was very moving, very emotional," he continued, "because I was just sitting there in this bare room thinking of John and realizing I'd lost him. It was therapeutic in its own way, and it was a profound loss, so talking to him in a song provided some comfort. Somehow, I found myself back with him,